right, let's bring in Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, good morning to you. So we just heard Joe Biden name drop Nancy Pelosi when he was talking about why he finally decided to exit the race. And it looks like Nancy Pelosi, for her part, might be trying to make amends because she also did some TV interviews yesterday. Take a listen to what she had to say about the president.
Let me just say, in our family, we have 3 generations of love for Joe Biden. My husband and I, of course, we've known him for a very long time, respect him, love him, and he and Jill are so remarkable, and their family. Our kids have always loved him. I have pictures with him from our children growing up, and now our grandchildren growing up. So we have 3 generations of love for him.
Well, she's making it clear that she likes him now that she got her way. But she is a powerful congresswoman. He's the president of the United States for the next 5+ months. So what does all of this mean, aside from palace intrigue, when it comes to actually governing this country?
Wow, Carly, all great questions. Amazing watching Nancy Pelosi, the guy who shivved the president right out of the Oval Office, talking about how much she loved him before she pushed him aside. Let's be very clear, and this really angers me, and I think a lot of people that are watching out there right now. Joe Biden has no business being president of the United States right now. He should have resigned 3 weeks ago when he said he couldn't run again for president. I don't get it. Oh, you can't be president for the next 4 years, but you can be for the next 5 months. That makes sense. And as you and I speak, by the way, right now, Carly, he is at his beach house in Delaware. He has been there for the past 5 days. We are on the precipice of World War III. The economy is teetering on tanking completely, and he's taking 4 5-day weekends every weekend. He's been doing this for the last 3 years because he does not have the mental or physical capacity to be a golf starter at your local county club, let alone the commander-in-chief of our armed forces and president of this country. This is an absolute embarrassment. The American people deserve so much better than this, and the fact that many in the press somehow herald this guy as a hero because he stepped aside. No, you're a coward who allowed your own party to bully you out of office, Mr. President. It says everything you need to know about this country right now. I am sorry. The gloves are off. He should not be president right now because he isn't acting like a president when you're at your beach house for 5 days on a non-holiday weekend for no apparent reason, except for the fact that you don't have the ability. Look at that picture right there. I mean, that says everything about this presidency. And Nancy Pelosi talking about what a hero he is. Yeah, you pushed him out. He's such a hero. Give me a break. I'm sorry. I'm done with this.
Yeah, those pictures of him laying at the beach on Saturday are telling he's still the commander-in-chief. And really the only reason why we are talking about him this morning is because he did that pre-recorded interview on CBS. Outside of that, he has been completely out of the picture, and the focus of attention has completely shifted to Kamala Harris, despite the fact that she herself has not done any interviews in 22 days since she became the Democratic nominee. A few things on that front. First, let's go to something that Charlamagne the God recently said when it came to her lack of interviews that she's so far conducted. Watch this.
It's striking that we really haven't seen her answer questions yet.
I really don't know. I mean, it's the bottom of the 9th inning, right? Like, I feel like she should be any and everywhere, having these conversations. I truly don't know why she hasn't, done any interviews yet.
So he says that she should be anywhere and everywhere and doesn't know why she hasn't done interviews. But take a look at this from the New York Times, writing, Miss Harris replaced a Democratic nominee who has hosted fewer White House news conferences than any president since Ronald Reagan. Now she is taking a similarly cautious approach, relying on televised rallies and prepared statements amid a tightly controlled rollout of her candidacy. Some political strategists say Harris is doing exactly what she should be doing. What do you think about that? What does the New York Times mean there, that she is doing exactly what she should be?
Oh, the New York Times should be demanding accountability, should be saying that she absolutely should be doing interviews because, as you said, 22 days since you essentially became the Democratic nominee, and you can't do one interview with any outlet period, and that's a good thing. That's what the New York Times is saying right now. The same paper that has not endorsed a Republican presidential candidate since 1956. So I guess that speaks volumes. Again, we used the word coward before, or I used it anyway, to talk about Joe Biden. Same thing goes for Kamala Harris. She can't sit down for an interview because she has zero ability to speak extemporaneously on all of her positions, by the way, that she is taking, as far as abolishing fracking, as far as abolishing the fossil fuel industry, as far as abolishing all offshore drilling, which is really great considering where gas prices are right now. When you talk about abolishing ICE, when you support sanctuary cities, when you are against border wall construction, when you say that men and women should be competing against each other like they did in the Olympics. Yeah, that worked out really well. When you want to raise taxes, when you're soft on crime, she can't defend those things. Therefore, she will not do any interviews in any way, shape, or form, Carly.
Well, speaking of speaking extemporaneously, Donald Trump is going to be doing an interview with Elon Musk on X at 8 p.m. tonight. I believe that Elon Musk will be conducting the interview, so that should be pretty interesting to watch. And if there's anything notable, we will bring it to you tomorrow. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.